What up guys, it's your boy Baldur. This year, as we know, LeBron is in his 6th straight NBA Finals. Is it anything special? Is this streak more dominant or overrated? Let's take a look at some facts about LeBron's run. I think the right word to describe LeBron's run is dominance. Let's check out the 5 basic stat categories: points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. In this 6-year playoff run window, from 2011 to 2016, let's see how LeBron fares against the rest of the NBA. LeBron is 3rd in total block shots. LeBron is number 1 in total points, rebounds, assists, and steals. And it's not really close. Durant is 800 points behind him, pretty much 2 playoff runs behind. Tim Duncan is 2nd in rebounds, 330 rebounds away, a difference the same as averaging 10 rebounds over 2 deep playoff runs. Russell Westbrook is 2nd in assists, almost 200 assists behind, a difference same as averaging 10 assists per game in a playoff run to the finals. Dwayne Wade is 2nd in steals, 60 steals behind, the same as averaging 2 steals over 2 deep playoff runs. LeBron is miles ahead of those players in those 6 playoffs. Of course, the biggest reason for that is that he played in the most playoff games. That's obvious. But this shows his statistical dominance. No player in NBA history has had a 6-year run like this, across the board. Last time LeBron didn't make the finals, in 2010, John Wall was playing at Kentucky. Karl Anthony Towns? He was 14. Instagram didn't exist. And Samsung Galaxy S1 and iPhone 3GS were the newest phones from Samsung and Apple. Back to the stats, same can be said about the playoff triple-doubles and double-doubles. He got 13 more double-doubles than Tim Duncan, and almost double the triple-doubles that Westbrook has. There hasn't really been a player in NBA history that has consistently led his team in points, rebounds, and assists. To go along with team success like this, being able to go to 6 straight NBA Finals is a success in itself. There are so many things that could have gone wrong en route to 6 straight Finals. An injury. I mean, just look at what happened to OKC for consecutive years. When Durant broke his leg, or when Russell Westbrook tore his meniscus. Other thing is, teams could simply get better than you. There are just so many things that can prevent a run like this. There's only one team that has gone to more than 6 straight NBA Finals. The 60s Boston Celtics. They made it to 10 straight finals. But one thing you have to take into account. In 1957, the first finals of the Celtics run, the NBA had a total of 8 teams. In 1966, the last of the Celtics final streak, the league had a total of 10 teams. Today's NBA has 30 teams. That's a whole nother animal than a 10-team league. Not trying to take anything away from those Celtics teams, those teams will never be replicated. But the chances of some one team or one star player to lead his own team to 6 straight finals in this modern NBA is statistically a lot harder than in the 60s. Don't take this following calculation too seriously, but this streak of finals runs may be an equivalent of making it to the finals for 18 straight years. 6 times 3 equals 18. Because the NBA has 3 times more teams today than in the 60s. But yeah, like I said, I'm just throwing that carelessly out there. So don't take it too seriously. I don't think you can compare eras. You just can't because the game has changed so much. Even if you look outside of the finals, LeBron has made it to 6 straight conference finals. That alone is impressive in itself. In the modern NBA, post the 1976 ABA merger, when the NBA was a 22-team league, only 2 teams outside of LeBron have made it to 6 straight conference finals. Those are the Detroit Pistons of the 2000s, who made it to 6 straight conference finals, and the 80s Showtime Lakers, that made it to 8 straight conference finals. There's a good chance of LeBron passing the Pistons. Question is, can he equal the Lakers? LeBron has had a lot of teammates through the years. During this 6 years, LeBron has had a total of 59 different teammates. Let's check out LeBron's team effects. How can we look at it? We'll check out his team's offensive rating plus minus. Let me show you how this works. Let's take LeBron's 2015-2016 season for an example. When LeBron is on the court, the Cavs score on average 115.5 points per 100 possessions. compared to 101.6 points when he's off the court. So on offense, the Cavs are plus 11.7 with LeBron on offense. Now, the defensive part. When LeBron is on the court, the Cavs allow opponents to score 103.8 points per 100 possessions. But when LeBron is off the court, they allow teams to score 106.4 points per 100 possessions. So on defense, when LeBron is on the court, the Cavs allow 4.8 fewer points. With that, we combine the plus 11.7 points on offense with the 4.8 points on defense. And the results are that LeBron's offensive rating plus minus is plus 16.5. Something that can show a player's value. But that of course doesn't show the entire picture. But it's a great tool to see how a player affects his team's success. There is a reason why I'm going into this stat in this video. You will find out later on, but the results will probably be shocking to you. When you're measuring a player's value to a team, this can be a good tool. You can compare the offensive rating plus minus leader on the team to the team's second leading player in this category, which in this case is Kevin Love. Kevin Love's plus minus is plus 5.5. So you can see there's a big difference between LeBron and Love, and clear that LeBron is immensely valuable to the Cavs' success. Same can be said about the previous 5 years. In those 6 finals runs, it's clear that LeBron has been the most important piece of those finals runs. He leads his teams in offensive rating plus minus each of those seasons, the clear MVP of his own teams. Here you can see who was second on his teams in this plus minus. Last year, Kyrie Irving had the second highest offensive rating plus minus on the Cavs behind LeBron. On Miami, Wade was second 3 times and Bosh was second 1 time. When it comes to regular season MVPs, I checked on every winner of the past 15 years and then checked to see who was the second highest player on the MVP's team. 13 out of the 15 players that have won the MVP led their own team in offensive rating plus minus. One of those 2 MVPs that didn't lead his own team in the plus minus was Kobe in 2008. But we have to remember that the Lakers traded for Pau Gasol at the trade deadline that season. And by that, the Lakers were obviously a better team in the last couple of months of the season. So it's unfair to compare Kobe to this stat that season. Who do you think the other MVP is that did not lead his own team in offensive rating plus minus? Any ideas? The other MVP that did not lead his own team in offensive rating plus minus is none other than the first unanimous MVP, Steph Curry. That's right, Steph Curry is second on his own team in offensive rating plus minus with plus 22.2, while Draymond Green leads the Warriors with plus 25.6. These are regular season numbers. Draymond has a bigger lead on Curry in the playoffs. And y'all thought I was crazy for putting Draymond at 4 on my MVP ballot. I guess most people just get caught in the highlights. And understandably so. This means if either Curry or Draymond go off the court, the Warriors would do worse if Draymond was off the court than Curry. So for some reason, the Warriors outscore teams by more points per 100 possessions with Draymond Green rather than Steph Curry. That's a first for an MVP. And it doesn't really sound like a unanimous MVP. Curry should never have been the first unanimous MVP, but thanks to some idiots in the past who didn't make guys like Michael Jordan, Shaq or LeBron unanimous MVPs, because at certain points in their careers, they should have been unanimous. Here you can see the past 15 MVPs, and the second leading plus-minus player on those teams. The name of the MVP will be colored in yellow. Last year, Steph was first in this category, and Green second. In 2014, Durant was first and Westbrook second. 2013, LeBron and then Wade. 2012, LeBron and then Bosh. In 2011, Rose and then Dang, by a slim margin. 2010, LeBron and then Antoine Jameson. 09, LeBron and Mo Williams. 08, Gasol over MVP Kobe, but as I said before, with a big asterisk. 07, Nowitzki over Terry. 06, Nash over Marion. In 05, Nash over Marion again. In 04, Garnett over Cassell. 03, Duncan over Parker. 02, Duncan over Robinson. And 01, Iverson over Eric Snow. And as you can see, the player with the 2 highest differentials is LeBron's 2 MVP seasons with the Cavs. And it's not really that close. I went into this because there have been talks about who is really more valuable to their team, Steph Curry or LeBron. I don't get how people actually think that Curry is more valuable than LeBron. Remember, Kevin Love was the second in plus minus on the Cavs with plus 5.5. That's an 11-point difference. Don't get me wrong though, Curry deserved the MVP award this season simply because the Warriors won 73 games. But LeBron, he's definitely more valuable to his team's success. He's having one of, if not the most, dominant 6-year primes one player has ever had in the NBA. When it comes to overall production, the value he brings to his team, and being the reason for his team's playoff success, it's unparalleled. Of course it would be better if he had won more finals, that's obvious. So, is LeBron going to 6 straight finals overrated? To me, absolutely not. I think it's a testament to his body of work. And outside of the 2011 NBA Finals, he has gotten the absolute most out of his teams. Let's not take him for granted, while he's still in the league. We may never see a player like him again in our lifetime. This has been your boy Baldur. Like, subscribe, and peace.